Hello, my name is Oscar Fire, and welcome to an update video. We're not talking about books today. I might have kind of dropped off on the reading a little bit. This is as far as I am in Armageddon's Children, but that's fine. It's totally fine. Don't worry about it. I'll get back to it eventually. I'm trying to develop new habits because I quit my job a month and a half ago. I did. I very spontaneously quit my job a month and a half ago. I finally just I was very burnt out, and I kind of just got really tired of it. I got tired of being tired all the time. I got tired of not feeling like I was appreciated enough. I got tired of working way harder than most of the people around me. And eventually a day just came where I just went, I can't go there anymore. I'm tired of it, you know? I've been planning on doing this last year, actually. Last year when we weren't burdened by inflation and my 401k was worth more and whatnot, where I could have survived for more months, honestly, without a dedicated job. You know, instead we ended up here in this situation where, yeah. So here I am. So yeah, basically for the past month and a half, where I've been making a little bit of content, last book review, where I did mention in passing that, that things had changed, but I never really got around to talking about it, and so forth. I managed to finally get around to making this video. I sat on it for a little while because I wasn't really sure what to say. I'm still not really sure what to say. I'm kind of just winging it right now. I'm a little bit tired tonight, but that's also because I streamed for like 4.5 hours before recording this. So it's the brain's a little bit on the exhausted side now. There's just a that's just how it is. My brain's a little bit tired right now. So if I seem a little less cogent and clear than normal, that's why. The chief reason my voice just cracked. That was the chief reason, though, I'm making this video, though, is that, I guess I just want to update. I just want to update you guys. I mean, it's been a pretty long while since I made one of these, like, vlogs. In fact, I think the last time I made a vlog was a year ago when I cut down a day at work, I think, to try and focus more on doing like side hobby projects like this YouTube channel, my Twitch channel, and so forth, which didn't work out, by the way, because I was already so far gone on the burnout that I was working a day less and I was still exhausted all the time. I was still frustrated all the time. I was only getting worse. That's partially a workplace problem, but I'm not going to air my former employer's dirty laundry because that's not appropriate. I kind of want to, but I more want to, I mean, part of me kind of wants to criticize Walmart on a higher order level, as in like a more general company direction, but I'm not going to do that. I have no intention of doing that. Well, I kind of do. I might do it one day. Maybe when I have an income again. Yeah, so that's news with me. I mean, among other things, I started going to church again now that my Sundays are free, which is a nice change of pace. It's nice to be in a social setting that isn't my job. It's nice to be in a social setting that isn't full of pessimism and profanity and everything. In fact, I must admit, it's a little bit of I would almost call it a culture shock, in a way. In no small part because I'm going to a Pentecostal church, and Pentecostal churches are, the churches where they get hooting and hollering and get excited. And I love it. I love the services. But I'm so not used to it. And it's definitely a bit of an adjustment. And I'm trying to readjust my life with all this stuff in mind, because I don't the only time I read was when I was at work, when I was at work on lunch, that's the only time I would read. I wouldn't read any other times, and so I don't have any real reading habits outside of work, so I need to develop that again. And I kind of need to adjust to knowing people in a non-work setting, because Lord knows I haven't really known people outside of work for on a regular basis, I guess. Outside of the internet, in a meaningful manner. And the other thing too is that I'm trying to spend a little time trying to grow this stuff. Yeah, I don't unless Lord willing, there's a miracle or something. I don't necessarily see YouTube and Twitch, the combined aspect of these, of these hobbies of mine turning into an actual profitable venture. I guess venture is the word. Yeah, venture would be the word. It could, and I would actually, very much like that. But at the same time, I would also like to grow them a little bit. Because one of the challenges I found while running this YouTube channel specifically, since this YouTube channel is now 10 years old. Is it 10 years old? No, it's 9 years old. My YouTube channel is 9 years old. I started in 2013. But, no. 2013? No, it's 8 years old. It was 14, wasn't it? Or was it late 13? Oh, it was late. It had to be late 13. Yeah, it had to be late 13 because I started Final Fantasy 14 in 14. That's right. Yep. So this channel is almost 9 years old. It'll be 9 years old this December, in fact. And one of the things that I've always kind of been a little bothered, both with myself and just in general with my life, is the general feeling and sense that I've never been able to do enough with this. Never been able to do enough with YouTube, because, YouTube, for a time there, even though it wasn't the most successful YouTube channel on the planet by any stretch of the imagination, it was growing at a steady clip, and I was able to produce content for it regularly, and, I made a good channel, at least a good enough channel. And then, for some reason, about 2 years in, it plateaued. The performance on the channel plateaued really hard. And I wasn't getting any more subscribers. My viewership, which was already kind of low, dropped. And I just haven't had the ability to feel like I've ever been really successful over here. And then, of course, a couple of years ago, a year and a half ago. So almost a couple of years. I started streaming on Twitch, and I was going strong at the very beginning, and then it kind of dropped off again because as I was getting tired. I was getting tired from work and everything, and it was wearing me out. The extra energy I needed every day was wearing me out. And so now here I am with a YouTube channel and a Twitch channel, both of which are not in the most well cared for state, and I would like to take at least some of this time, maybe not all of the time, because, I only have so much time before I run out of money, to try and grow these a little bit. Because one thing I would really, really like to do is make these, if not profitable, at least worth doing. Profitable means they're worth doing, but you know what I mean. If my YouTube channel and my Twitch channel were steadily growing, and I could even get a little bit of money on the side every month, that would be so much better than doing them as something that not only doesn't get any returns, because I'm not even necessarily worried about the financial aspect, but it's just the basic growth aspect. The fact that I'm not really able to get a lot of eyeballs on my channel. It's a very frustrating and difficult position to be in. Because the thing is that I want creative things to be in my life. I'm a creative person by nature. And I don't have the best habits when it comes to exercising that. I very much like to be a writer, but I don't really do a lot of writing whatsoever. I haven't felt inspired to write in years, frankly. Write fiction, that is. But I haven't been inspired to write fiction in years, frankly. And there's just a general... And I've just generally been frustrated by the feeling that having to work and the way work has always drained all of my energy and desire to do more has really kind of rendered me what I am now, Kind of, I would almost say pathetic, almost pathetic in a way, where I'm not able to really branch out and do more. And that's what I want to do. And I want YouTube and I want Twitch, but especially Twitch. I feel like Twitch will be a good starting point to really kind of be a good, to just be something finally. After almost 10 years of trying to do stuff like this, just to finally reach some level of success that I can be proud of. Because I feel like I've never really been able to be, proud of like what I've done, because it's always been so little and so ineffectual in my life. I mean, it's nice, don't get me wrong, it's nice, but I want it to be more, I desire for it to be more. And I understand people mean well when they say that, it's like it doesn't have to be big, you don't have to be popular or whatever, but that's not what I'm looking for necessarily. I'm not necessarily looking for popularity or whatever, but I'm looking for something that I feel like I can be proud of. I think it goes back to the video I made a couple of years ago when my father passed away, where, it's like, yeah, my father was proud of me when, before he passed away, but I've always been frustrated by the sense that I wish my father had been proud of me for something I could be proud of as well. And I really feel like, a couple of years ago that just wasn't the case. That, even up to this now in my life, 2 years later, I feel like I haven't really done anything meaningful, and I feel like I haven't done anything I wanted to do. And I mean, I'm not exactly an ambitious person. There's not a lot of things I want to do out there, but there are a few things, and I mean, this is one of them. This is one of them. My creative endeavors on the internet. I am taking a very weird slouchy position, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I feel like I've said everything I want to say, but I didn't manage to actually bring it around to the end like I wanted to. So anyway, but yeah, so since I've been off, obviously I took the time to add some more videos to my Final Fantasy XIV playlist. And shockingly, for some reason, the most recent video, Finality, the boss battle theme, somehow got a lot of traction in the algorithm. I'm not sure why. And it's actually sitting at 2,100 views, which is very, very surprising. It's not one of my most viewed videos by a long shot. That still goes to all of my still goes to a bunch of my old Total War videos, including, and very unusually, the first episode of the Dagor Enor video. I always thought that was kind of funny. I always thought that was a little funny. That one has always been so incredibly popular. In fact, let me just look at the statistics here real quick. All right, finally found it. I had to go to the actual video and had to listen to my old intro, which I hate. Which is it's sitting at almost 10,000 views, and that's my most viewed video ever, and that's from many years ago. But yeah, at the same time though, I mean, it's nice that it's gotten a little traction, and just kind of looking around on my channel a little bit. It seems as though some of my other videos have in fact gotten a little more traction, thanks to the fact that Finality got some real viewership for once. And I mean, I don't make these videos to try and compete with like other YouTubers who like do record Final Fantasy music and make videos for that sort of thing. That's their thing, and I'm not really there to compete with them, whether it's Mecha D or Uvi, or how do you pronounce that, or whatever. I do those mostly just as like fun little personal projects. It's like, I really like this piece of music, and I want to make a video that showcases why I like this piece of music, and and that's just what it is. That's why I do it. That's why the playlist exists. And I mean, I still have to make a bunch of videos for that, but if I can have more free time in my life to make videos like this, I would love it. But anyway, all right. So I guess I'm done for now. That's the life update for now. I'm gonna actually try to record another video or two talking about topics that are kind of on my mind recently. I'm not gonna try to get too serious, but we'll see. We'll see where I go, and I'll try to keep reading this. Again, just gotta build new habits for it, and then that's one of the hard things for me. I'm not good at building good habits. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to check out my Twitch channel. My Twitch channel is definitely going to be my emphasis for a little while. With Overwatch 2 about to be released, and the fact that I've more or less been putting most of my emphasis on streaming Overwatch, I'm hoping that Overwatch 2 becoming a thing again, is going to give me a bit of a bump over there. At least enough that I can actually monetize it a little bit and do something with it a little more than just kind of hoping that people will show up and look at the video, at the stream, So if you would like to support me, you can find that. The link should be down below. I did do that, right? Hey, future me, is the link down there? Anyway, so thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed this video, if this video is one to be enjoyed. Not really sure that's the correct phrasing. Anyway, until next time, everybody.